ओके, देखिए आज ना हम आपको एक जो पब्लिक रिलेशन की बात हो रही थी, राजू, मेरी आवाज आ रही है राजू?
यस सर।
यस सर, आ रहा है। यस सर।
एक वीडियो हम आपको शेयर करते हैं, राइट, जिसमें नेस्ले के जो रिप्रेजेंटेटिव हैं, तो मैगी जो क्राइसिस हुआ था, ठीक है, तो वो इंटरव्यू दे रहे हैं। तो इस इंटरव्यू से बहुत सारी बातों को वो क्लियर कर रहे हैं कि दैट इट इज नॉट वाज नॉट अ प्रॉब्लम, जो क्राइसिस है उससे हम कैसे ओवरकम किए। खैर, उस वीडियो को हम आपको शेयर भी कर देंगे ग्रुप में, ठीक है, लेकिन उनकी बातों को गौर से सुनिएगा, ठीक है। आई एम ट्राइंग टू प्ले इट। ओके, स्टॉप शेयर screen, video on, okay.
From the governments of Himachal and Uttarakhand?
Well, at the moment we have started out of the 5 locations for manufacture. We have started.
ये वीडियो की आवाज आ रही है आप लोगों को? वीडियो की आवाज आ रही है?
यस सर, आ रहा है।
Okay.
Manufacturing in Moga in Punjab, in Goa, and also Nanjangud in Karnataka. And as I speak to you, we are in dialogue with the governments of Himachal and the government of Uttarakhand in order to allow us to commence manufacturing at our plants in Taliwal and in Patna.
So give us a date then, Mr. Narayan. When do we see the Maggi hitting, coming back onto the shelves?
Well, I can be fairly specific to you. 9th of November.
9th of November. Okay.
We will be introducing Maggi back again in the hands of the consumer. It will be a selective rollout.
Right, exactly.
We are not in a position now to extend it to all parts of the country, but I'm delighted that this has been a long journey, and it will really be I think a culmination of this journey to give back the brand to the millions of consumers who have stood by us in all the times of trials and tribulations that we've been through as a company.
So 3 manufacturing plants. So which are the pockets that we are expecting then the Maggi to be first available?
Well, you'll get it
from these states?
at the moment. You see, there are about 8 states where the ban has not yet been lifted, which is basically starts with states like, for example, like Punjab, Orissa, Bihar, Meghalaya. Here we are in active dialogue with the authorities in order to lift the bans. But excluding that, in all the rest of the country, we would be in selected outlets and in selected towns, be starting the Maggi journey back again into the hearts of the consumers as of 9th of November.
What happens, Ms. Narayan, with this development? What happens to the 640 crore case that the government had filed in the National Consumer Redressal Commission? So you will have to fight that case still, nonetheless, despite this development.
For sure, it has been, as I mentioned before, Rananjoy, it has been most unfortunate that this case has been preferred on Nestle. It's a matter of also our whole raison d'etre for being as a company, where quality equals trust for us, always has been and will be. So this is something that we will defend to the best of our abilities, and certainly as moving forward, we will be having our own defenses on this particular case that is in front of us. Going forward in the coming days.
So definitely Nestle will be fighting. I mean, you have no choice but to fight the government on this particular issue.
Sure. You see, I mean, I don't wish to comment too much on this because the matter is still sub judice. But I would really like to, the basic issue for us and what is in the public domain very clearly is the fact that we have. Many of the matters that are in front of the NCDRC are actually matters that were before the Honorable Mumbai High Court, which, as you know, the judgment lifted the ban and also clarified some of the points that was there as part of the contention. So clearly, it's already matter covered by the Mumbai High Court, and I think we've also made a representation on the jurisdiction of the NCDRC as far as this particular matter is concerned. But having said that, I think we will We will defend
Social betting
ourselves
में
with all humility, with all transparency. Samples have been sent for analysis, as you are aware. And as far as the Nestle organization is concerned, and as far as my own management of this company is concerned, we are completely transparent.
Right.
We have absolutely nothing to hide.
Right.
On transparent.
Right.
We have absolutely nothing to hide.
Right.
On our quality standards, on our safety standards, on what we make, how we make it, where we make it.
Right. Because, you know, despite the Bombay High Court verdict, sir, you know, there is still a lot of unease with.
ये कौशल आपने लेट ज्वाइन किया, जस्ट आपको थोड़ा ब्रीफ कर दें हम।
सॉरी सर,
मेरी आवाज आ रही है आपको?
यस सर, आ रही है।
ओके ग्रेट। तो जैसे पब्लिक रिलेशन के हम लोगों ने जो जितनी डिस्कशन किया हम लोगों ने, तो उसमें हम लोगों ने व्हीकल्स और टूल्स के जो बात किया था पब्लिक रिलेशन का, उसमें इंटरव्यू था, स्पीचेस था, सेमिनार था, और मैगी क्राइसिस के बारे में खास बात किया था हमने, मैगी क्राइसिस। ठीक है?
यस सर।
ठीक है। तो वही एक पुराना वीडियो हमने निकाला है जिसमें सुरेश नारायण साहब हैं जो चेयरमैन एंड मैनेजिंग डायरेक्टर आपका ये नेस्ले इंडिया के, तो वो एक इंटरव्यू में अपना ब्रीफ कर रहे हैं कि जो भी क्राइसिस हुआ उसको हम ओवरकम कर रहे हैं, वी आर इन रेगुलर टॉक विद द गवर्नमेंट एंड ऑल। ठीक है? और फिर से मैन्युफैक्चरिंग को स्टार्ट करना है। ठीक है? तो ये एक इंटरव्यू के जरिए पब्लिक रिलेशन एक्टिविटी हो रही है, पब्लिक को ट्रस्ट दिला रहे हैं, दैट इंस्टॉल ट्रस्ट इन मैगी। ठीक है? क्लियर है कौशल?
यस सर।
ठीक है, हम वीडियो को प्ले कर रहे हैं, इसको सुनिए ध्यान से।
In the government, the federal minister has come out and said that does not affect it. Our stand
Yes, sir.
remains. You've got the FSSAI chief who has come out and said that no, there seems to be a problem. In fact, he's even questioned the clearance that the UK FDA had given, saying that we have written to the UK FDA to ask like what were the batches that they tested and which they say the lead content was fine. So clearly, I mean, in that sense, despite your launch, the troubles and the uncertainties still continue for Nestle.
Let me clarify a few points here, Ronojoy. I think it's important to understand where we are coming from. Number one, Nestle has never ever and will never ever question the primacy of the FSSAI and other stakeholders in being the purveyors of food quality and safety in this country.
Nestle India.
Right. We will not question that. We have never questioned that, and we will not question that. Number two, the issue for us was the question of the analysis that was performed in terms of the testing of heavy metals.
Right.
Where we said that the issue for us is the laboratories and whether they are accredited, and NABL follows some of the most stringent standards for accreditation. So there is a process available already in the country for very stringent accreditation of laboratories. The protocol that is being followed of testing, and also the competence of the people who are doing this analysis. So as far as we are concerned, we have not ever questioned the authorities on either the standard set or the primacy of the authorities in terms of being the standards for food quality.
ये कौशल ये अभी तक क्या बात कर रहे हैं, कुछ समझ में आ रहा है? कौशल ये क्या बात कर रहे हैं? माइक ऑन करो।
यस सर।
हाँ, सिंपली सुरेश नारायण सर इज सेइंग कि हम किसी अथॉरिटी को हम चैलेंज नहीं कर रहे। ठीक है? जो भी ऑब्जेक्शन लगा है, जो भी सारी चीज, जो भी केस चल रहा है, तो हम चैलेंज नहीं करने जा रहे हैं। ठीक है? मतलब वेरी डिप्लोमेटिकली और बहुत ही शांत इससे पेशेंस से ये इस केस को डील कर रहे हैं कि हम किसी को चैलेंज नहीं करने जा रहे, ना ही हम किसी पे सवाल उठाने जा रहे हैं। देखिए लिखा हुआ है, नेस्ले विल नेवर क्वेश्चन FSSAI जो अथॉरिटी है। वो सिंपली है कि ठीक है, आपने एक ऐतराज हम पे किया है, आपने एक क्लेम किया है हमको कि मेरे में ये गड़बड़ी है, हम उसको साबित करेंगे कि मेरे में गड़बड़ी नहीं है और very peacefully they are handling this situation, very peacefully. ठीक है, क्योंकि
Yes.
जितना ज्यादा अगर बहस करेंगे और ये सब होगा तो केस और गड़बड़ हो जाए. और यहाँ we have to talk about business. We are into serious business, तो हमको सिचुएशन को बहुत ही सिंप्लीफाइड तरीके से लेना है, with a very in a very patient manner. ठीक है कौशल?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And safety in this country. I think the issue for us, really speaking, is that over the last months, I think it is fair to say that there has been a lot of understanding of the issue as well, in terms of what does it pertain to and what have been some of the rationale that the company wishes to present and put forward in this entire matter. I must say that the leadership at the FSSAI from the chairman, Mr. Ashish Bahuguna, has also been stellar. It's sometimes unfair to say that everyone has been against an organization. The fact of the matter is that there is the process of dialogue, there is the process of listening, and I think as a company we are also getting across to the authorities in terms of what is it that we are requesting as fair play as far as the company is concerned.
Right. Nestle, of course, we saw, I mean, you, even on your website, you were trying to sort of regain the trust. You were very transparent in that sense. You sort of explained to the consumers, I mean, what is the issue, what is typically the lead content.
Yes.
And in fact, if I were to take one simple line, you said that we already have a process where we regularly monitor all our raw materials for lead, including testing by the accredited laboratories.
Yes.
When you have this stringent process, I mean, the obvious question then, why did this issue arise in the first place?
Look, it's Ranajoy, it's very difficult for me to speculate on what might have been the rationale for having picked this issue in the first place. All I can say is, obviously, the analysis that had been done at laboratories which were clearly not accredited, where the method of testing, the protocol of testing was not up to the required standards, and it threw up results which were very contrary to what the standards of the company has been. Because for us, Dhananjay, the only reason why a consumer buys Nestle is because he or she trusts this company with the quality of the product.
Yes.
That is the only reason why a consumer chooses to buy brand Nestle. So, and that's something which is a strong suit for the company.
Right.
We have invested 150 years of our existence on this.
Right.
So I think it's fair to say that the reasons why this would have emanated in the first place is beyond the purvey of the company in terms of determining what made this happen. But clearly, when it happened, I think the clear approach of the company has been, and my own personal approach has been, is that look, as an organization, we have absolutely nothing to hide on quality. We have experience on quality. In all humility, we are not the only people.
Right.
But we have the experience on quality and safety across countries for a number of years.
Right.
And we bring to bear all of that in whatever we do, whether it is 100,000 farmers in the supply chain of milk, or whether it is 400,000 farmers involved in the supply of wheat. Any of our materials and raw materials are subject to stringent standards.
Therefore, Mr. Narayan, your internal testing standards,
yes,
the benchmark should therefore be more stringent than what the what the accredited laboratories standards or yardsticks are.
Our standards and the results that we have obtained on, for example, on lead, which has been the matter of contention, is well below the standard that has been set.
Right. That is consumable or safe for eating.
Absolutely. So therefore, I think, for us, it has all been about this relationship of trust that we have built. And for us, the only thing that is really and truly sacred as an organization is this relationship of trust based on quality.
Mr. Narayan, you're saying that it's still unclear.
I'm Ahul Vidyut Jamwar. I'm the practitioner of the oldest martial art in the world called Kalari Payat.
Based on quality.
Mr. Narayan, you're saying that it's still unclear to you why this issue arose in the first place. But then if you're not clear about it right now, then of course there are future risks that what if it happens again? So have you as a company been able to go to the bottom of it as to what happened? Were there indeed some batches which, where the lead content may have been high? Because unless you go to the root of the problem, how do you resolve it?
We are very clear. This is not the first time that we have been testing for lead. We test our products, our raw materials, all through the chain, all through the year, 365 days. So for us, when I tell you that quality is trust, when I tell you that my organization stands for unimpeachable quality, I'm saying so with the bearing of the fact that we have over 300 people in this organization working full-time on quality. We have laboratories that are equipped only on quality, and we've got a whole value chain that is based on quality.
Right.
So for me as an organization, I can vouch for it that quality is at the center of all that we do as a company. So why this would happen in the first place and why did it erupt in the first place was because obviously there was an analysis that came out and that said that look, it had a standard of lead which was many times the prescribed standard. So at that stage, I think what for us was important was the fact that in our entire analysis, in the entire chain of what we have done, and this brand, Maggi has been around, Ranjan, as you know, for 32 years. In 32 years, we have been selling this brand. There has not been a single incident of any kind of serious damage to either consumers.
कौशल, राजू, सुरेश नारायण सर ये कह रहे हैं, ठीक है, कुछ फॉलो भी होगा और हम चैट में लिखते भी चले जा रहे हैं।
Yes.
जो रॉ मटेरियल है, जो वीट है, जो मिल्क है, 100,000 फार्मर से 1 लाख फार्मर से ऊपर हैं, उनसे जो हम लोग रॉ मटेरियल लेते हैं और उसको 365 डेज 365 दिन मतलब हर एक दिन हम लोग थ्रू आउट द चैनल में हम लोग उसको टेस्ट करते हैं। और जहां तक लेड कंटेंट का सवाल है, ठीक है, तो अब लेड कंटेंट जितना था उसको बहुत बिलो स्टैंडर्ड करके कुछ इंग्रेडिएंट जो सीक्रेट होता है, तो लेड कंटेंट जो भी स्टैंडर्ड है, स्टैंडर्ड से मच बिलो करके हमने यूज किया और बाद में उसको पूरा हटाया, ठीक है। और जो भी प्रोसेस है, मेरी आवाज क्लियर आ रही है ना? मेरी आवाज क्लियर आ रही है?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So now try to understand कि ना the chairman and the managing director himself is in the interview room, right, advocating, अपनी वकालत कर रहे हैं that Maggi is the name of the trust, just not a noodle. Nestle is the name of the trust. 150 साल से ट्रस्ट है। एग्जाम्पल क्लियर हो रहा है ये इंटरव्यू का पब्लिक रिलेशन में?
Yes.
कौशल?
Yes, sir.
ये सब बाबू पब्लिक रिलेशन है, इससे ट्रस्ट आता है। तो मैनेजिंग डायरेक्टर हिमसेल्फ जब बोल रहे हैं तब जाकर के पब्लिक का ट्रस्ट आया और फिर से मैगी इंस्टॉल हुआ है। फिर बहुत सारा जस्टिफिकेशन इन्होंने दिया, कोई कंट्रोवर्सी नहीं, ठीक है, कोई इल्जाम नहीं कि ऐसा हुआ, ठीक है, आपका ये क्वेरी है, हम इसको दूर करेंगे। तो हमने लिखा था आपको इसमें चैट बॉक्स में, पेशेंस इज द की, पेशेंस इज द की, ये बात याद रखिएगा, ठीक है। एंड लुक एट द वे ही इज स्पीकिंग, क्योंकि जब इंटरव्यू दे रहे हैं तो एवरीबॉडी इज वाचिंग, ठीक है कौशल?
Yes, sir.
तो इज द पर्सन नर्वस? क्या ये नर्वस है?
No, sir.
No, he is very confident.
Yes, sir.
His body language is perfect to the power perfect.
Yes, sir.
This is बाबू पब्लिक रिलेशन। हमको ट्रस्ट जो है, एतबार कायम करना है, राइट, तो उसके लिए बहुत सहज तरीके से अपनी बातों को बोलना है, दैट सिंपल एज सुरेश नारायण। ठीक है, चलिए इस इंटरव्यू कंप्लीट करते हैं हम लोग।
For the health or whatever, it has been only pleasurable moments, generations built up in the memory of Maggi.
Right.
So for me, it's
लिख करके भी आ रहा है कि we have been following all the protocols which has been set internationally. International protocol जो set हुआ है उसको हम लोग follow करते हैं, not the local one. So there is out of question कि इसमें कुछ गड़बड़ी होगी। Sorry, just
area of strength that I speak of as an organization.
But viewers would still be asking what processes you are now putting in place to ensure that such incidents don't happen. Have you taken stock of that? Are there something a new extra perhaps?
I think what we would be what we are doing as a company clearly is that I think the protocols that we have been following are protocols that are set internationally.
Okay.
And that are validated internationally and also locally. So therefore, those protocols are being pursued with due diligence as I speak to you.
Okay.
And there is no relenting of that at all. So it is not that I did a laxity on quality and now I've suddenly become stronger on quality. I have always been strong on quality. I will continue to be strong on quality. I think the degree of sensitization that has happened within the organization to the fact that quality is trust and to some of the other specific measures within the organization to strengthen this as we go forward will be many times more sensitive than what we were.
Right.
चलिए ठीक है। आज बहुत आबादी कम है, सिर्फ 8 ही लोग हैं। नेवरदलेस ठीक है। इंटरव्यू देखकर कुछ समझ में आया? इंटरव्यू देके कुछ समझ में आया?
Yes, sir.
You have to deal the situation, right, in a very positive way, right, and with all the facts. तो उसमें जो सुरेश सर हैं ये क्या कह रहे हैं कि दैट कोई ऐसी बात नहीं है कि आज चुके मेरे पास कोई क्वेरी आई है, कुछ शिकायत आई है तो हम क्वालिटी को अब बेहतर करेंगे। नो, मतलब सिंस एजेस, सिंस 150 years we have been following the internationally set standards of quality. हम लोग क्वालिटी को सेंटर पॉइंट में रखते हैं क्योंकि वी आर इनटू वी आर मल्टीनेशनल कंपनी और हम लोग बहुत सारे नेशन में हैं। इट्स नॉट दैट कि आज कुछ ऐसा हुआ है और हम क्वालिटी को इम्प्रूव करेंगे। क्वालिटी ऑलरेडी हम लोग सही फॉर्मेट में फॉलो करते हैं, राइट, और उसको कंटिन्यू करेंगे। ठीक है, ऐसा नहीं कि हम कुछ चेंजेस करने जा रहे हैं। तो ये सब सारी बातें। राजू कुमार क्लियर हो रहा है? तो अब जो टॉपिक है राजू कुमार, ठीक है, जो एग्जांपल हमने दिया आपको ये इंटरव्यू में, तो इसमें पब्लिक रिलेशन में जस्ट सिर्फ फिल्म एड्स एडवर्टाइजमेंट से ट्रस्ट कायम नहीं होता है। द हेड ऑफ द फैमिली, दैट इज द चेयरमैन एंड द मैनेजिंग डायरेक्टर, इनको इंटरव्यू देना होता है तो जाके ट्रस्ट आएगा। क्लियर है? और उसके बाद फिर इन्होंने इंटरव्यू दिया, नाउ द लोअर लेवल मैनेजमेंट दे विल स्टार्ट स्पीकिंग, फिर वो लोग इंटरव्यू देना शुरू करेंगे। तो ऐसे करके मतलब बारी बारी से द एंटायर टीम विल कंडक्ट इंटरव्यू। ठीक है, उसके बाद धीरे धीरे करते करते फिर ट्रस्ट कायम हो जाता है। जो भरोसा है, जो भरोसा हटा है वो फिर से कायम होता है। क्लियर हुआ? कौशल क्लियर हुआ?
Yes, sir.
हाँ, तो सर चलिए आज एक शॉर्ट डिस्कशन था, एक वीडियो के सहारे हमने आपको इस बात को डील करने की कोशिश की। आई होप कि आपको चीजें समझ में आएगी। एक और कुछ और वीडियो भी हम दिखाएंगे आपको। ठीक है, एक और वीडियो है आपका, इनका इंटरव्यू है और बहुत शानदार इंटरव्यू, इसको हम ना थोड़ा लंबा है। उदय कोटक साहब इंटरव्यू ले रहे हैं नटराज शेखरन साहब का। उदय कोटक हैपेंस टू बी कोटक ग्रुप चेयरमैन, कोटक ग्रुप, और नटराज शेखरन साहब हैपेंस टू बी टाटा ग्रुप चेयरमैन। तो इन दोनों का कन्वर्सेशन है, वो भी वीडियो है बट थोड़ा लंबा है, बट इसलिए थोड़ा उसको भी प्ले करते हैं हम।
Yes.
वो भी इंटरेस्टिंग है, वो भी बहुत शेयर स्ट्रीम। जैसे वी नीड टू, मतलब हम लोग को ये वीडियो है, कौशल लेफ्ट हैंड साइड में उदय कोटक साहब है, ठीक है, जो कोटक बैंक, ये सब कोटक ग्रुप है उसके चेयरमैन।
Yes, sir. समझ गए।
राइट साइड में नटराज शेखरन साहब हैं जो
टाटा
टाटा
ग्रुप
ग्रुप
कंपनी।
उदय कोटक साहब का जो ग्रुप है वो 60,000 लोगों का ग्रुप है, 60,000 लोग। और नटराज शेखरन साहब का जो ग्रुप है टाटा ग्रुप, वो 7 लाख एम्प्लॉइज का ग्रुप है, 7 लाख। ठीक है, अब समझो कि दो बिग जायंट्स आपस में डिस्कशन में, इनकी बोली के शैली को समझो, इनके बोलने के अंदाज को पकड़िए, ठीक है, इनके लहजा को पकड़िए। ठीक है, इसका अगर 1% भी आ गया, ठीक है, तो बहुत ज्यादा कामयाबी हासिल होगी। सर पहले इंटरव्यू सुनते हैं।
सर आवाज नहीं। सर
सर
आवाज
आवाज नहीं आ रहा है।
सॉरी सॉरी।
global fear right now that technology will reduce jobs.
अभी आवाज आ रही है?
See, we
ये आवाज आ
cover
रही
Yes,
है?
this in great
Yes,
detail in the
sir.
book.
Okay, great.
There is absolutely no truth in the fact that technology will take away jobs. It has been proved. I'll come to current artificial intelligence, but it has happened at the time of electricity, at the time of steam engines. Every single big breakthrough, you call it a technology breakthrough or industrial breakthrough, has created so many new opportunities. And in this case, see, let's reflect on this. So many people are working on creating new technology. How many people are working on figuring out how technology and humans can work together? Hardly anyone. We like this concept of either or, this or that. We can never say this or that. That's a basic problem we have. Okay, and it is a fact. Artificial intelligence and machine learning
Artificial
will
intelligence and
impact
machine learning.
everyone and everybody. It will touch every country, it will touch every industry. In some industries, it will be faster. In some countries, it will be faster. But the fact that AI and machine learning will play an integral part in business and society is a foregone conclusion. And it can be very positive. If we deliberately use AI to empower people, and it's not hard, and we have to design our education like that, we have to design our jobs like that, so there'll be a lot of digital jobs.
Chandra, one of the big issues today, in today's India, is about that as the economy goes through a little bit of a slowdown, the biggest concern is how do we focus on creating new jobs? And that's a here and now problem. Now, the concepts which you said, how fast can we implement and how do we face and deal with the here and now challenge?
So I think that if you're coming to today's economy, I think, the fact that it is slowing down and the fact that it will create more pressure on jobs is real. But you know it better than anyone else that the economy has got two sides of the coin. One is cyclical and one is structural. The cyclical one has to go through. But the structural one, from the Indian context, has got a lot of what I call as structural buffers. First is the fact that we have a demography to our advantage. Second thing is, I feel the fact that we have AI. I actually go to the extent to say that we are lucky that cloud, AI, and digital is available today. Actually, without which, I don't know what we would do to solve the problems. To my mind, actually it is such a positive that we have the advantage of technology today, and in a country like us where the population is so young and people pick it up like that. So I would say that there is buffer.
ये कौशल, अभी सर ने क्या बोला, नटराज सेक्रेटरी ने पकड़ा तुमने?
आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंट
इंडिया का जो स्ट्रक्चर अभी है, राइट, उसमें ये कह रहे हैं कि हम लोग हर चीज को टेक्नोलॉजी से बैक करें, क्योंकि अभी करंट जो पॉपुलेशन है वो देखो, अभी उन्होंने चुटकी बजाया था अभी, ठीक है, जो अभी का जनरेशन है, वो अभी का जो जनरेशन वो टेक्नोलॉजी को बहुत जल्दी पिक कर ले रहा है।
यस सर,
टेक्नोलॉजी को बहुत जल्दी पिक कर ले रहा है, मतलब जस्ट लाइक द फ्लिक ऑफ द फिंगर्स। ठीक है, इसका एग्जांपल तुम देखोगे कि जितना अभी है जो छोटा छोटा आउटलेट है, ठीक है, वो सब गूगल पे, फोन पे ये सब कर रहा है, ऑल द आउटलेट्स, इंक्लूडिंग ऑल द चाय की दुकान एंड ऑल द छोटी छोटी दुकान एंड ऑल, जो पढ़े लिखे नहीं है, बट दे आर टेक सेवी। ठीक है, इसको एक बार फिर से थोड़ा
for us to be able to, I actually go to the extent to say that we are lucky that cloud, AI, and digital is available today. actually without which I don't know what we would do to solve the problems. To my mind, actually it is such a positive that we have the advantage of technology today, and in a country like us where the population is so young and people pick it up like that.
The
So
population will pick it up.
I would say that there is buffer for us
ये
to be able
खुद
to
नेटवर्क शेखरन साहब बोल रहे हैं.
address the structural
This is the
issues.
point.
And it's not very hard. Digital as a concept can be done by anybody, and it can be adopted in any industry. It does not require any large-scale industries to do it. It doesn't require a huge capital investment. Okay? So given that, I think it is a positive. I think, let me ask you. You keep asking me a lot of questions. So you are running a phenomenal institution.
सारा सवाल आप ही पूछ रहे हैं, हम भी सवाल पूछ रहे हैं आपसे.
How do you see all these technologies impacting you?
No, I think we think about it very positively. And just to give you a sense, Chandra, we are still small. We are only 60-odd thousand employees, so we have a long way compared to the 700,000 which you are looking at, which you're currently overseeing. But having said that, I must just share that we are currently adding about 5,000 to 6,000 new jobs a year. And one of the most interesting aspects in many ways, and I would want your comments on that, is one of the most interesting aspects which we have found in our business is actually digital has enabled us to coin a new word in our bank, which is independent of your book, which we call as phygital. So it's a physical world plus the digital world together. So I think India is uniquely blessed because some of the things which we have done, like Aadhaar, which is the unique identity number, which has given an identity to almost every Indian, has enabled us now to digitally open a bank account for any Indian, anywhere in India, in about 3 minutes. And that's thanks to digital. But once we get the account open,
Uday Kotak sir is saying that technology ke through bank account, any Indian in any corner of India, 3 minutes में account खोल देंगे. 3 minutes.
Yes, sir.
ठीक है. तो अगर इस तरह का, अब पब्लिक रिलेशन में हमने तुमको ये भी बोला था इसमें कि भाई जो इंटरव्यू है, जो स्पीच है, जिसमें इन्वेस्टर्स अट्रैक्ट होते हैं, इन्वेस्टर्स, ठीक है. तो अब अगर उदय कोटक सर ऐसा बोल रहे हैं कि हम लोग 3 मिनट में अकाउंट खोलने का इरादा रख रहे हैं, तो इन्वेस्टर्स पूरा इन्वेस्ट करेंगे ना, कि इनका बैंकिंग बहुत ज्यादा बढ़ने वाला है. What मतलब the group chairman himself is saying that any Indian in any part of the country, right, in 3 minutes account open हो जाएगा. So that shows कि business कितना expand करने वाला है. That shows.
Yes.
इस स्टेटमेंट पे तो सारे इन्वेस्टर्स इन्वेस्ट करेंगे. उसके बाद पब्लिक रिलेशन में हमने टू अट्रैक्ट द एम्प्लॉयज को भी बोला था ना, एम्प्लॉयज के लिए भी होता है. तो अब नाउ यू ऑल पीपल, जो यंग जनरेशन है, ठीक है, उदय कोटक सर की बात को सुन करके क्या तुम लोग अपना करियर इनके साथ प्लान करने की नहीं सोचोगे? द ग्रुप चेयरमैन इज सो एग्रेसिव एंड सो विजनरी. तो इनके साथ अगर हम काम करेंगे, इनके यूनिट के साथ, इनके टीम के साथ, इनके ग्रुप के साथ, तो मेरा करियर भी बहुत बेहतर जाएगा.
Yes, sir.
This is how public relation and trust and expansion, how it goes. Clear हो रहा है ये कौशल?
Yes, sir.
Fine. राजू क्लियर हो रहा है?
Yes, sir.
वैष्णवी ठीक है, बाकी लोग सो रहे हैं एज यूजुअल.
Yes, sir.
अच्छा, गुड मॉर्निंग. कैमरा ऑन करो. ठीक है, कंटिन्यू विद द इंटरव्यू.
we need the fingerprint or the proof. So we have got an army of people out there across the country who completes the last mile, which is the physical part. And then we also have them connected to our branches. Therefore, we are actually finding phenomenal traction in what we call as the phygital world. And that is leading to significant job addition in our bank, and we are adding roughly 10% new jobs per year in real terms. And we actually, in many ways, feel that the phygital world is changing and, in fact, creating new jobs. We also see, I think, more and more businesses should be really adopting the digital world aligned with the phygital world. And at least in the short to medium term, we see that as a big opportunity for creating jobs. And how do you relate to phygital in your digital ecosystem?
I think phygital is encompassed in digital. So it's one element of whole digital. I think I think it is a fact that the physical and digital have to work together. Digital is a mechanism by which you are expanding the capacity of the phygital. At digital, what we are essentially saying, to build a bridge between
Point.
whatever is the demand.
जो फिजिकल वर्ल्ड है, जो फिजिकल वर्ल्ड है कौशल, राजू, वैष्णवी, उसको
Yes,
ब्रिज
sir.
करने का काम फिजिकल वर्ल्ड हम लोग सब लोग हैं, उसको पूरा कनेक्टिविटी स्थापित करने का काम, उसको ब्रिज करने का काम, तो डिजिटल इज द मैकेनिज्म. डिजिटल जो है, डिजिटलाइज, वो मैकेनिज्म है जो फिजिकल वर्ल्ड को ब्रिज कर. समझ में आ रही है बात?
Yes.
Onto the supply. Build a bridge to those people who are low skilled using technology, AI. Build a bridge to all those women who can work but who find it very difficult because of all the things we describe in the book. How do you make it easier? Okay, so I think it's a overarching theme, and phygital is one aspect of it.
इंटरव्यू को
And
हम आपको ग्रुप में शेयर कर दे रहे हैं, इसको पूरा सुनिएगा. 40-45 मिनट का इंटरव्यू है. राइट. देखिए, कमिंग टू द पॉइंट, ऐसा बहुत सारा इंटरव्यू, आप लोग भी इसको सर्च कीजिए. ठीक है, तो जो भी कंपनी है उनके ग्रुप चेयरमैन, उनका गूगल में नाम मिलेगा. ठीक है, तो टाइप दैट नेम एंड राइट इंटरव्यू ऑन द यूट्यूब, और फिर उनके बोलने के तरीके को, क्या क्या बोल रहे हैं, क्या क्या चीज, क्या क्या विजन है, तो इसको जानना बहुत जरूरी है. रीजन भी, नॉट ओनली पब्लिक रिलेशन की बात कर रहे हैं, बिकॉज इन लोगों का जो अभी जो माइंडसेट है, उसी हिसाब से ना रिक्रूटमेंट होगा. कौशल,
Yes,
जो नए
sir.
बच्चों का रिक्रूटमेंट होने वाला है, जो नए बच्चे जो ग्रुप में शामिल होंगे, जो नौकरी होगी, उसमें अगर ग्रुप चेयरमैन बोल रहे हैं कि डिजिटलाइज ज्यादा करना है, आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस है, सब सारी चीजें, तो वैसे ही बच्चे को ये लोग रिक्रूट करेंगे जिनके अंदर ये स्किल होगा. दैट सिंपल.
Yes, sir.
ठीक है, इक्वेशन हम बना रहे हैं. तो दैट इज कि वी नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड कि ये जो लोग हैं जो नौकरी प्रदान करते हैं, अब टाटा ग्रुप 7 लाख, कोटक ग्रुप 60,000. ठीक है, तो दोनों बड़ा ही नंबर है. ऐसा नहीं कि 7 लाख बहुत बड़ा है, 60,000 छोटा है. 60,000 भी काफी बड़ा है, और बहुत एक्सपेंशन का प्लान चल रहा है. तो जो कोटक ग्रुप में जो एक्सपेंशन का प्लान है, उसमें किस क्वालिटी के बच्चे लेना है, ये भी इस इंटरव्यू से क्लियर हो रहा है. ठीक है, तो ऑल दीज स्किल्स दैट वी हैव टू इनकलकेट, अपने अंदर शामिल करना, देन ओनली विल बिकम द पार्ट ऑफ दिस बुक्स. क्लियर है सर? कौशल, बात समझ में आई?
Yes, sir.
चलिए, खैर, इसको डिस्कशन हम लोग और आगे बढ़ाएंगे. आज का क्लास हम एंड कर रहे हैं. आई होप कि आज का क्लास जो पैटर्न है समझ में आया हो, मतलब वीडियो एंड माय एक्सप्लेनेशन. ठीक है,
Yes,
Thank you,
sir.
sir.
ओके, ठीक है. अब लाइव स्ट्रीम को हम ऑफ करें.